Hello everybody, it's Skullopina301 here, and today I'll be talking about the Friday the 13th series review. This here is the DVD box set, contains the first 8 Friday movies, and this is a really good DVD box set. As you can see right here, it says 8 films, 5 discs, no mercy. Because there are 2 films on each disc. And this is a really nice box set here. Let me pour it out. And there we go. Here you got your first 2, Friday the 13th Part 1 and Part 2. Really good movies. I really enjoyed these. As you can see on the first one, Pamela Voorhees is the killer, Jason's mother, and in Part 2, Jason is the killer. And but he doesn't wear the hockey mask. He wears a sack over his head. But they're still good movies. I really enjoyed these. And then we got Friday the 13th Part 3 and Friday the 13th The Final Chapter. Friday the 13th Part 3, that one was in 3D. And they didn't release the 3D version until a few years later. Here's the 4-movie collection I showed you in my DVD update. And here's the Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D. Yeah, it contains the 2 3D glasses that are shaped like Jason's hockey masks. Yeah. Anyway, Jason gets his hockey mask in Part 3, and we finally get to see him wear it. And sorry about that, but it was my first Friday the 13th movie to see as a kid, and I wasn't even born when Part 3 came out. Okay, Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter. It's another good one, and near the end of the movie, I just don't want to say it yet. Anyway, it has the kid Tommy Jarvis. He makes these really cool masks. He's really talented, and near the end of the movie, he keeps hitting Jason with his machete and keeps saying, "Die, die, die." That was actually brutal. Real brutal of you, Tommy. Yeah, and I already showed this, but I'll show you it again. The 4-movie collection, the same first 4 movies, only on deluxe editions, has a lot of special features here, never seen on the Killer Extras DVD. Anyway, here's Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, and Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Friday the 13th Part 5, it doesn't really have Jason in it. It was someone pretending to be like Jason, or acting like Jason, however you want to say it. But it's still a pretty good film. We still get the real Jason in some flashbacks and stuff. Well, and dream sequences, or hallucinations, whatever you want to say. But it's still a pretty good film. Yeah, I recommend it. Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Now, this is where Jason comes back to life. He's more like a zombie because of his skin gets all messed up, all because of the dirt in it. And he's brought back to life by a lightning bolt. It kind of represents Frankenstein, kind of. But it's still a good film. I really recommend you watch it. Anyway, here we have Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, and Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Friday the 13th Part 7, it's one gory movie. There's this scene where he puts this thing through this girl's neck through the tree. That was actually that was real disgusting. And there's this scene where he takes this girl who's in the sleeping bag and hits her against the tree. That was pretty bloody. And it's a pretty gory movie, I have to say, in my opinion. Anyway, Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Now, most people hate this movie, but I think it's my favorite in the series. Oh, and I forgot to mention in part 5, everyone hates this movie too. But anyway, Friday the 13th Part 8. It's my favorite in the series. I absolutely love it. Love it to death. It's a pretty good movie. Please get out of the picture, Ian. The Friday the 13th Killer extras, a bunch of extras, but there are some extras in the deluxe edition that you've never seen. Anyway, next one in the series is Jason Goes to Hell: The Final Friday. Now, I have the unrated and R-rated versions. I bought this when I was coming home from my brother's apartment one day. He lives he doesn't live there anymore. He lives in a new house. But let's just talk about this movie. Jason Goes to Hell. I remember seeing this from Netflix. My older brother rented this movie from Netflix, and it was actually a fun movie. I really I like this movie. It's a pretty good film. So plus but the problem with it is Jason's not really in the full movie at all. That was actually a kind of stinker. But it would be really cool if Jason was in the movie. And I have to admit, Jason looks pretty cool in this one. Yeah, I actually like this look. But Jason Goes to Hell, it's still a good movie. I pretty enjoyed it. This has the most incredible ending we've ever seen. Yeah, they're right. Because near the end of the movie, you see Freddy Krueger's hand comes up from the hole in the ground where Jason was dragged to. He grabs his mask and goes back down to hell. That was actually a pretty cool scene. Now, the reason they did that is because they were expecting to make Freddy vs. Jason next, but they didn't. They went and moved on to Jason X. Now, many people don't know where this comes in the series, but I thought this was a pretty good film. Sure, it has some dumb parts in it, but I actually enjoyed it. But, yeah. But the one thing I loved about this movie, I have two things. The first one is where Jason takes this girl's head, he dunks it in liquid nitrogen for about like a few seconds, and smashes it on the counter. That was an awesome death. Anyway, my second one is the second one is Uber Jason. He looks very menacing than the old Jason. Really menacing. Sure, it can be cheesy, but it's still a fun movie to watch. This actually takes place in the future and up in space. Oh, sorry, Enid. Now time for Freddy vs. Jason. Now this is one of the most epic movies I've seen. I mean, sure, but I actually think the acting in the movie, I thought the acting was pretty good. Yeah, it looked real good. And but the fight scenes in this movie, they were awesome as hell. I actually loved the fight scenes against Freddy and Jason. But who was I rooting for? Well, I'm talking about the Friday the 13th series, so I'm talking about Jason. I was rooting for Jason. And plus, you get Robert Englund in this movie. Yeah, he played Freddy in every single Nightmare on Elm Street movie, even in Freddy vs. Jason. There wasn't been the same guy that plays Jason. There was always a different guy. But I like Kane Hodder. He was awesome. Next up we have is, well, that's the original Friday the 13th series. Next up we have is the Friday the 13th remake that was made in 2009. You see, this is the Killer Cut edition. It has extended footage that was never seen in the theaters. Now, this movie, this is my favorite horror remake. I have to agree with Mr. Big Bad Wolf on his top 10 favorite remakes. He picked this for number 1. Sorry if I spoiled that for some of you who haven't seen the video. But it's actually, I actually think this is my favorite remake. My favorite horror remake ever. Now, as you can see, there's more suspense, more terror, more Jason. Anyway, Jason is played by Derek Mears in this one, and in the Explore the Rebirth of Jason Voorhees for a new movie-going era, he says that he's actually playing a more smarter Jason, and I actually kind of see that. And it also has slash scenes, and but it's a pretty good remake, I have to say. Really, it's my favorite remake in the entire series. I absolutely love this movie. It's pretty good. Well, that's it for the Friday the 13th series. I'll make more series reviews in the future, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!